Hey everyone! So I am going to finish up this lighthouse, and I decided I would scoot these out so I could put some of these brown pieces in here, and I'm going to build them up because I thought it looked kind of funny. This lighthouse just kind of hanging out. So I'm going to actually make it look like it's seated back there, and the resin will glue it right in. So I just thought of that, like right before I came in here. I thought, wow, that doesn't look right just hanging out. So I'm actually going to build it up. So it's going to be a little high, which is totally fine. I'll just make sure I squiggle some resin over the top of it. Now finishing this up is going to be an hour. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time. Because, why aren't you going down there? Because this is the delicate part. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Get back down where you go. Nope, you don't go there either. There. This is the delicate part because you're putting tiny things in. This guy goes like this. You're putting tiny things in, so a lot of it has to do with, hold on. Tammy, don't talk so hard. I blow the flowers all over the place. Of placing it in with your tweezers. And like I said, I just thought of this, but you know what? I think this is going to look much better. I think it's going to make sense. So let me get some more of these. This is that cool brown. I don't know what color it's called. Bronzy. So I'm going to put these right straight across. And when I resin it, I want to make sure I drizzle in between really well. So see, now it looks like it's sitting on the rock instead of on top of the rock. Does that make sense? I mean, you wouldn't have it just hanging out. Just hanging out. So I thought to myself, you know, I don't think that's going to look right. So I'm going to resin this guy in. Not use that guy because he's not cooperating. The ones that don't cooperate, sorry guys. Okay, this one will be a good one for the front. I would place it down with my hand, but it's not gonna, there's a high stone right there. It's just being kind of pushy. That's why I don't want to place it with my hands. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Don't you think? Remember, I can't see your comments. I will have it set up for commenting. I'm redoing my whole entire room. There we go. See, now it's like 3D, real 3D. So I'm going to put one right here. Just to make it cohesive. A step out there. You know, just so it looks kind of rocky coming out and in, out and in. That looks a lot better. And it makes more sense. Because the way it was sitting, it was like, that looks crazy. I'm going to put one right here. Okay, so now I've got it built up 3D. Can't lift it to show you. I'll be able to show you after I get it set up. So now I'm going to push these back up in there. Okay, I'm good with that. I like that much better. Okay, so I thought, I'll do the hard stuff first. I thought it'd be cute if I took some of these stems. These are just little stems of dried flowers, always dried flowers, and stuck them I'm gonna snip this one off. This one's way out there. You can go back in there. I mean, high is okay to drizzle the resin across, but super high, it makes a drip. So I'm gonna decorate over here. I went ahead and pre-cut these. They're still sticking together, but pre-cut these so I can have some flowers. And they stick to your fingers. I want the stems to kind of go in there. I tried to cut them so they were like not sticking up so high. Come here, guy. So I'm going to stick those blue there. Oh, you're part of that one. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to stick that in there. See, it's this again. You do not need to do this with the kits. I'm just showing you some cool ideas. Once you start to play with resin, you'll start really playing with resin. You'll say, "Oh, how'd she do that? Get down in there, dude. There. And you get back there. There we go." And I was thinking about putting some yellows in. So I have some same things. It's just a yellow dried flower. This kind of brings the water into it, the sunset into it. I just thought it was kind of pretty. This has one flower on it. Really chopped that one. And another reason I wanted to put the flowers on it, one, I wanted to give it a little dimension over here. But two, I have those little tiny butterflies I showed you yesterday. I'll make this one a little higher. And I'm going to put just a few going across the front. Not so it's overdone, just so it flows. Just so it flows. Let's put this one over here. Let go of my tweezers. Thank you. Take some of the blues. And this also gives you more dimension. Even though this is a 3D piece, it'll give you even more dimension. I don't want you sticking out that far, dude. Sorry, I can't call everything dudes. Well, this is a nice full one. Let's stick this over here. A little high, dude. Go down. Scoot you down. There you go. Nope, he's full, so he's not wanting to lay behind. But there you go. That's how you do it. Oh, this is a nice full yellow, too. I'm going to kind of leave, I mean, if the water is splashing over there like that, okay, I'll use you to hold you down then. I don't think that it would look right having flowers growing underneath water being splashed. I'll move this up so you don't lose that because it's really cute. I've got this little green guy to put right here. I thought this would be really cool. This to sparkleize. Another Tammy word. Sparkleize this. No, that's too big. The sun, so because it's sparkly. Just to make it look like it's shining. So remember, I'm trying to get my resin going, my paintings, just you name it, before surgery, so I can get some Facebook algorithms. So please share. I know you're not supposed to say the word share, but I'm going to say the word share. Please share the videos. Anybody you think that would be interested. Share them to people even if you don't think they'll be interested. Trying to tuck those things under, and they're being a little finicky. Get back here, buddy. Okay. Okay, don't. Okay. And then I thought it would be cool to have these little tinies just to give it a little more oomph over here. I thought it'd be cute to just throw, like this is a whole wildflower field over here. Just wildflowers. There, and they don't have to have stems. They do not have to have stems. They just look like they're hanging out. Oops. Come here, Brady. Get some purple in here. Some blue. With this little piece of red in it. Flip yourself over. Doesn't it look like a field of wildflowers? I love it. And they could come over this way. They're sticking together. This is just imagination going crazy. That's all this is. Don't say S too loud, Tammy, or too hard. Look at that. Looks like a big wildflower field over here. I might, just to make it work, might just throw one right there. So it kind of still going with the flow. Let's get a couple orange ones. Oops, I'm trying to stick him upside down. I'm like, what? Yeah, no, I'm not. You're good. So over here, it's going to be really full. Bunch of different colors. These are, I got these from Temu, so these are, they're supposed to be, I don't know how many is supposed to be in here. A lot. Okay, let go. Let go. It didn't want to let go. And the purple one down here. I want to fill this in just a little bit right in there. I mean, I could just drop them like that, but they look better when they're up. And most of them don't have stems, so that's cute. Oops. Oh, look, I could put those in like little lily pads. Little lily pads. But I want it really, really full in this corner. Do pink. But get your back up there, buddy. They're just little tiny dried flowers, but they feel like paper. I don't think they're paper, but they feel like paper. Look at that. It looks like this wildflower field. I'm going to put one right there, just to make it flow. Let's put a hot pink one. There we go. Oh, see, I want to decorate over there too. But it's not a real picture, so I guess I don't know why I'm fretting about it not looking like a real picture. Because it really isn't a real picture. Well, see, I could keep on just putting those in. I never know when to stop. Tammy, stop. I never know when to stop. It's like, okay, well, I need something there. So these will probably move a little bit. And once I do the resin, I'll kind of leave it like that. I'm going to give this a little bit of something. This a little bit of something. Okay, so green. I'm going to put a little bit more there. And then I'll do the birds. And we're going to go with it. I'm going to resin it. Maybe I should just put these down here. Hold on a second. Because I did paint that, kind of. Like I wanted it to be special down here on the bottom, so let me do this. Tomorrow night I have a class, a resin class, so I won't be on tomorrow night. And I'll be finishing getting ready for that tomorrow during the day. So I will not be on here tomorrow night. I will be back on Thursday night. Is that right? Today's Tuesday, yeah. And I'm going to do this mushroom set. Check this out. So cute! Unless I get my frames in. If I get a frame in, I'll do some, I'll do a framed daffodil. Faux stained glass. I'll have to see if they come in, though. Yeah, I like it just on the bottom. I don't like that piece. So when I drizzle this resin, it's going to be slow. I mean, I'm going to, mix it, of course, for the 4 minutes, but I'm going to drizzle it slow so I don't have to move all the flowers and stuff back into their respective places. Sit still, dude. And then I think I will go up a little bit. I'll put a couple orange ones in here. Go up a little bit with the crystal, but not all the way. Just kind of like this over here. I'm just gonna... Just a hint, and that does not need to be in there. Just a hint. Get off of there. Sometimes you get some weirdo stuff in there. I'm going to put this one on here. Just give it a little orange. Flip you over. There we go. Trying to see just a little bit of orange. I think I like the orange. I'm not quite sure. Quit knocking stuff off. It's a good thing I have a big table. Get off of there, bud. You are not cooperating. I don't like the orange. Sorry. I don't mind the yellow orange, but I don't like the orange. So let me put some yellows in here. So when you mix up your resin, piece of black paint on it. Mine is you mix it 1 to 1. And you mix it for 4 minutes. Imperative that you mix it for at least 4 minutes, no matter whose resin it is. I'm looking for this, not orange, this yellow orange. That might be too dark. No, that's okay. 4 minutes. If not, it will not set up. It will not set up. Okay, and then the only thing that I was going to do to that just went flying. The birds. See, I'm making this, well, that looks like sun rays, so that's okay. Looks like I scratched it a little bit. That's all right. It looks like sun rays. Oh, that's right. I wouldn't put a flower in the middle. I was putting that light beam. Hold on a second. Hold on. We'll put you down here, guys. We'll put you right there. Now I was putting this guy here. I'm going to scooch this down a little bit. This is what I was putting here. I knew I had something picked out for it. Kind of looks like it's glowing. Check that out. Looks like it's glowing. Okay, so with the birds, put them back in their space. I think that I'm just going to give them their 2 little flowers that I was going to give them. Right here and right here. Maybe. Maybe. Right there and right there. And then the last thing I was going to do was I was going to put these cute little butterflies. Check these out. They're so little. Look. So little. And just make them look like they're flying over here. Look at that. So cute. Okay, I'm resining. I am resining. Let's put this one up a little higher. Go that way. You can go that way. Okay. Good deal. Good deal, good deal, good deal. Okay, let me get my stuff back. Ooh, I don't want to get those all resined. So let me scoot these back. Okay, so nitrile gloves, sorry. Gloves that are chemical gloves. So you don't get, like, some people have, I don't know if I like those on these birds. Let me see if I like it over here. I think it's an extremely busy picture. Nope, don't like that either. They can go down in the flower field. You can still contribute, just go down in the flower field. That way it's not so... Anyway, nitrile gloves. I use right side out. You can use them over and over. As long as you don't... Most of the time it's just, they're just stuck. So if you just kind of pull them out, yeah, that's probably gonna... It's dried resin is what it is. But it's probably gonna pop a hole. Okay, it didn't. So I'm good with that. This will be the last time for it, though. Even parts. Mine's 1 to 1. Some of them are 2 to 1. So you have to look on the bottle that you're using. I'm using Jan Chun, Timu. And I don't have a problem with anything that I've gotten from Timu. Nothing at all. Except for I had one glove have a hole in it. That was it. Okay, so you're going to mix parts A. Try backwards. A. And B. I'm going to get my tools out of the way. and my glass out of the way because I don't want to mix that together. So this is a silicone mix cup because I can just pop the resin off, see, and reuse this cup. So I'm going to use, since there's so many nooks and crannies, I'm going to mix up 4 ounces of each. And I'm going to get 2 new souffle cups because I don't know what those are used for. So, souffle cups, 2 ounce. So I'm going to pour these twice. Let me see where I'm at here. Am I in there? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I am. Okay, so, hold on a second. Now, I've got this piece of plastic under here in case the resin will go over, but it'll pop off. I usually have my mat, and I don't know why I didn't bring it back over here. Sorry, it made a fart noise. Okay, that's one. It's also important, that's not enough. It's also important that you make sure that you mix A and B. The other day I did a cross, kind of ruined it because I mixed A and A. Don't do that. It will not set. Okay, so I'm going to dump this in here. And where's my crappy brush? I have a crappy brush sitting here somewhere. I don't know where my crappy brush is. Oh, that's right. It finally went on me. So this is just a cheap brush. So I'm going to scooch it out. Make sure I'm in here. Okay. Scooch it out. I did find something out though. I learn by doing and making mistakes. I know that's kind of costly. Should not do that. But I learned the best by visual. I'm an artist. I visualize stuff. So remember the other day on one of my lives, I told you, oh, let's just go ahead and pour it in the cup that's been sitting there for a little bit. Let's pour it in that same cup and mix it. Well, that cup had already been sitting for a little bit. Like, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So I'm getting 2 more ounces. It had been sitting. It will never harden until you mix it with the resin. But I mixed it in that cup. And then I just went ahead and put 2 new things in there. I need the lid. I need the lid. I need to find the lid. Sorry, if I don't put the lid on, I'm going to leave the lid off and then... Oh, dude, what did I do with the lid? Anyway, so... I have to keep looking up for the lid and talk at the same time. That's kind of hard. It was about 40 minutes, and it was still not hard. It was still not hard. So I went ahead and did the 1-to-1 in that same cup that I already mixed the 1-in-1 in. And it tended to make it a little cloudy. Not cloudy, but it looked like it had... It was super shiny, but it looked like it had this streaky shadow through that second coat. And I know that's what it's from. So I learned my lesson. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this cup. I learned my lesson. I will never do that again. So if I have to mix up some, I will use another container. I still didn't find my lid. Whoops, to find my lid. Okay, so doing 2 ounces. This is the hardener. It's thinner. The epoxy resin itself is thicker. So there's 1. You have about, I would say, a good 45 minutes with this brand. Some are quicker to start to set up. Some are longer to set up. Just because it's setting up does not mean that you can say, okay, this is done. It takes 24 full hours. Full hours for it to set up completely. Because it'll set up from the outside in. And that only makes sense. Where is that lid? I lost my lid to my resin. Okay. Here's the lid for this one. The lid looks just like a lid. Let me see if I dropped it. I did drop it. No wonder. Sorry. I was like, check this cross out. Yeah, it came out beautiful. I have to take that to my class tomorrow. I just saw that I left it down here. Okay, so you want to scrape the sides, get as much as you can. So this 4 ounces and 4 ounces makes 8 ounces. I say I'm probably going to use 8 ounces because of all the nooks and crannies. I don't know what would happen if I just did across the top and I didn't do the nooks and crannies. But it covered. I'm not real sure. So I will have to, no, I don't even think that I would want to try that. I don't. So when you're mixing this, you don't want to whip it. You don't want to go like this because then you're not going to get it all the way mixed. So if you go slow like this, even though you do it for 4 minutes, you're not catching it. So I like to go in little circles like this and then into the center, kind of like a flower. Just littles. Spirograph. That shows you my age. Hold on a second, I'm gonna drink. I'm getting ready to turn 61. April 27th, coming up. And then having shoulder surgery right after it. Yay. I like these little butterflies. They're just too cute. Oh gosh, look. The flower fell in the water. I wanted it to look like it was growing out of the rock. Okay, so when I go around the edge, there isn't any way that I can help, like, going over the edge. So I'm not too concerned about it because this will peel off and then I can just snap. Or if I get it before it sets up all the way, like, oh, I won't because I won't be here. I was going to say, if I come down a couple hours early, I can usually take a pair of scissors or an X-Acto knife and just go. So on Thursday, I'm going to do those mushrooms. Oh gosh, those are going to be so cute. So those are wood pieces that I get from a company, the same company I get the frames from, to make the fake stained glass. And that's what one of these are. This is a 3D piece. I really like that I did the extra brown because that set that back. And I could have even brought it down here, but that's okay. It's a hill, and it's going to be a hill, just the way it is. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each little piece. I'm going to kind of drizzle it. This is self-leveling, so even though I go there first, doesn't matter. Hold on a second. And I can scooch those around with my either a toothpick or my resin brush. You're going to have bubbles. Alcohol spray works wonders. Mine that's down here is 70%, and it works great. You're supposed to use 90% alcohol. This 70% from CVS worked fine. I've had it down here forever for my other jobs that I do, and it works great. It pops the bubbles just like the other would do. So I'm just going to kind of drizzle to get everything to adhere. so it doesn't move. I tend to like laugh, and when I laugh, I blow things. It just takes off. This guy's pretty high right here, and so are these, but I think it's just fine. If anybody was timing me, I'm probably about at 4 minutes. I can kind of tell by the way this looks. I'll tell you what, I'm building up muscles doing this on the right-hand side. Even though I work out at Planet Fitness, my right-hand side, it's good because that's the shoulder surgery side. I'm getting a new shoulder. A new shoulder. So I will be mechanical. I'm going to be like this mechanical woman. Okay. There are bubbles in this. Okay, see the bubbles? But it's all right. Because what bubbles do not solid or pop, I will be popping with the alcohol. So, keep this over your piece. If not, you're just wasting it and it's going wherever whatever you have on your table. 2, poured this. Everything that I took the time to place, I'm going to make him a little higher, took the time to place, will be washed. It's got a wash wave. That was kind of funny. So I'm just going to drizzle, only drizzle a little bit, but check out what happens. One, I'm getting all the little pieces, but look at what the stone does. I keep calling it stone. It's glass. It's glass, Tammy. So all I'm doing is just keeping those in their place by just putting some heaviness over the top of them. Same way with the butterflies. Does not matter. I mean, you see me drizzling. That matters. Hold on a second. We aren't having anybody fall in the water. So I had a piece of resin. I just stuck it there. And this guy, I must have blown him. Because that guy's crooked and so is this guy. Oh, that one's alright. Get back down there. Let go. Let go. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of resin there. Oh. So this guy will stay where he's supposed to stay. I have resin on my tweezers, and so he was getting a little clingy. Ha ha ha. A little clingy. So see, these things do turn because they're getting hit with something heavy. I don't like to use my tweezers. It does come off. I can just take it off. Now, these pieces that are high right here, what happens is it grabs it, it drips down, but it doesn't stay connected. Does that make sense? It doesn't have like the balls up here of the flower, and then there's a string that stays there. It doesn't do that. So I'm going to get these guys solidified where they're at. And one of my little guys just fell off. So since I'm doing all this little detail work, you will have movement. And you will have some fall off. And these windows, these are going to be cool. Look at that. It's going to look like a real window. Oh my God, that's so cool. They look like real windows. It's so cool. Most of the time you can get them to sit still and stay put. Sometimes they want to be their own little person. And they take off on you. Get back up there. Okay, I want to make sure there wasn't any more there. Also, when you use the resin, everything turns darker. Gently around your edge. Doesn't matter if it goes over, but I mean, it's wasted resin, so it will. I'm going just about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch away, because what'll happen is it will spread, and then that way you have less waste. Now, if there's a piece like that's hanging over, just move it in. I said move in. So I'll have a couple drips over there because I had to play. Now, all these are one of a kinds. This is from whatever came out of my mind. So when you make them, they're all one of a kinds. I cannot duplicate this one again. I could come close, but I couldn't duplicate it. So right now I'm just going over everything to get a light coat. Make sure this guy's on here. And see, if I keep on doing this right like this, it'll just fill up the windows, which is cool. You just want to fall off of there, don't you? Okay, so these are going to be all staying put. Look, this is going to be gorgeous. Man, that's blue, green, and the blue, the green, and the teal with the hits of the crystal. Holy cow, this brown is beautiful. This is the first time I used the brown. Very cool. So when I'm doing this over here, I don't want to just keep on putting it in. I don't want it to look like a pile of resin. So I'm just drizzling it. It'll drip. It'll get underneath of it. And it won't look like just a pile of resin. I don't want it solid. I want it to have that texture. So again, that's why I'm doing this little drizzle. I never have poured, ever, because there is just too much that can move with pouring. Oh my God, this is just, wow. I'm telling you, the lives, the pictures, just does not do these justice. You have to see these in person. I mean, just, they're crazy. I want to resin everything in my house. I'm not going to, but I would love to resin every single thing in my house. Because it just, this is so nice. It's staying up there pretty good. I might just go like this, just to resin the side. Yeah, that looks good. Pick this guy back up, put him back up here. He can be part of the thing. Yep, that worked. And then I'll probably will have to, if I go thin on this through here by going around it, yeah, it makes the side look nice, but I didn't paint the side at all. It's burnished. But you don't have to paint the sides. Also, don't brush this on, because if you can brush it on, I mean, like I could just go like this and like this and like this and like this. But one, it's going to create more bubbles. And two, oops, I went way off on that one. It's not going to be the same consistency as your others. So, and the drizzling, oh my gosh, talk about relaxing. I do touch the sides. Look at the difference between this blue and that blue. Now this, I'm going to want to make sure that it is resined all the way around, and I'm doing that without pushing. No pushing. You have plenty of time to move stuff back around. It's not going to set up on you too fast. Even if it says fast cure. I could put some glitter on the birds. I have different colors of glitter. That would be kind of pretty. So, see, I'm just moving this. Doesn't matter. I'm just making sure I've got the sides of things. So I'm going to put some down here. And I'm just going to push it up to the side. It self-levels. So don't worry about, oh, did I get it or did I not get it? If you take this brush and go around it, you got it. And it will eventually just all settle. So when you're doing this also, don't try to make sure your table's level. Now see, I missed a little piece right there, so I might throw a piece right there. This I might not fill all the way up. Let me see what it looks like. This is like a highlight. It's not really a window. Looks better filled in. This window is like exploding, so I'm just gonna pull some off of it. It's like everywhere. It's like a huge bubble. What was I saying? I'm umming. I don't like to I hate to I don't remember. I forgot what I was saying. Now these paper flowers, oh, they're not paper, Tammy. These flowers that are dried that act like paper flowers, you got to make sure that you hit every single little piece of it, because if not, it really shows if you miss. So after you get done with your resin and you think you're done, you go back and you check it, because I can guarantee you almost every time you've missed several places, because I swear I've got it all and I don't. I just don't. These filled up pretty full. See how much resin's on there? That does not need to have that much there. Come down here. I was so excited about the glass. It was like, so I'm going to pull some of that off. Doesn't need to be bubbly high. Move the stone, so I'm going to put it back. I am missing a couple stones over here, so I will be putting a couple. Well, actually, I don't really need to, because the stones really aren't showing up. This guy's a little high, and I missed his top. So yeah, since I had so many crevices, 8 ounces. Definitely 8 ounces. Now, I don't want to, again, go, fill this completely up. But I can see some of the flowers I missed. I see some of the underneath the flowers I missed. So that dripped over for sure. Just making sure it's hit. And the sides are hit. Like I just missed this whole piece of rock. So I'm telling you, even I have a wicked eye about things that are missed. And I still miss stuff. It's like this whole section isn't even touched. If you want to pour, go right ahead and pour. I don't pour. I just don't do it. Now over here, I don't have anything I can move, so I'm not too scared about just kind of spreading it out a little bit. But when it comes to things in my way that I might bump, yes, I can put them back, but I'm going to hit this side while I'm here. You can just pick up just a little bit from the anything that has went over, like I had that go over, so I'll just pick it up and move it over here. I don't know whether I hit over there, so I'm going to hit it again. Just be gentle because you have rock over there. Not rock, Tammy. Glass. It's glass. Keep calling it rock, but it's glass. If you do miss some, even if you don't have the same resin, you can definitely just mix a little bit of resin up and go over the top of the dry resin. It will totally fix it. Oh, I was going to fix my Luna Moth. I had a crinkle in my backing of my Luna Moth. Definitely 8 ounces. There's high points, there's sides. Now here you can, if you have just like littles, you could go around and just go like this. Just make sure it doesn't separate on you, because sometimes if there's a couple air bubbles in there, which there's more than a couple, but sometimes it'll just, the air bubbles get together and they just go, beep, and there's like this little spot like those. So you guys, you just need to watch. God, this is so pretty. How pretty. I'm telling you, I would resin everything in my house. My husband would kill me. But I would do it. I would do it. See, I missed that whole section right there. Don't worry about the bubbles at this moment. They are not going to set up that quick. I'm going to pull some of this off again. Does not need to be, looks like it's, I don't know, looks like something is blowing the windows out. So I put too much in there. So remember, I'll be at class tomorrow night. I'll show you their wonderful creations. They are making butterflies, dragonflies, and hummingbirds. Dragonflies, hummingbirds, and butterflies. Okay, I missed that whole section right there. Missed that whole flower. Missed this section under the flowers. Missed this section under the purple flower. And through here. A lot of times the things that stick up, that's the most things that you miss, are the things that stick up. And you go over here, bud. Right there. Like I said, this is a 12-inch wood round with a design on it that I painted. If you watched last night's, I just about said episode, last night's live, then you'll see the beginning of it, and then this is the second part. Anytime I do the special ones. Like, I call these special because they have a lot going on them. Then it usually takes 2 hours. 2 hours of doing it. Okay, so I think I have everything, but then I didn't get this strip. So see? And I didn't get right here. Missed a piece of the flower. I missed the whole inside of this flower. Okay, I got that one. I'm going to scooch these up. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going around and making sure that I've got the whole edge separated a little bit right here, so I'm going to grab it. That I have all my flowers, missing that little piece of yellow. So if you like these, definitely share. If you don't like these, will you definitely share? I learned that from a friend of mine. He said, if you don't like them, make sure you share. Oh, see, I missed that little piece of the lighthouse. Just a little piece of it. Those butterflies are cute. Oh, I missed this whole rock right here. This one. See, it's easy to do. So you have to move with the light just to make sure that you hit everything. I can guarantee you that, oh, I did. See, there's some in here. Didn't get. And look, I have maybe an ounce left. There's a piece right there I missed. So definitely 8 ounces on this one. Now I'm just going over these rocks just to say that I hit them all. As long as it doesn't, I mean, it's not too much as long as it doesn't run over. If it's running over a lot, you definitely have too much. So don't put any more on. Just hit the spots that you see that you missed. Because this resin will set up and it will be you can't use, I mean, you have to pour something with it. I have this little mold, but I haven't done any molds yet. And I was going to sculpt some molds, or sculpt some. I bought some silicone to sculpt with. Just to say I did, and just because I have this resin. Oh, see? Right here. That side of this rock. Missed it. And a couple petals on this pink guy. And some petals on this guy. So see, the things that stick up, you might think you have them all, but it's better just to give it a little drizzle. I think I missed right there. And you have the resin to do it. So if you can keep on putting it on, I wouldn't put it on things like this. I mean, that's just going to keep on overflowing and keep pushing it out and over the edge. But the rocks will pretty much hold it in there, and it also makes it look more like water. I don't know why my nose is running so much now. Now this is thicker than this, so I have the resin. I might as well use it. So I'm putting it over this water. And it hopefully won't settle too much. And it'll give it a little bit more definition. See, I missed that one green rock right there. Always look. Always look. Now it's starting to run over, so it's telling me I need to quit. It is running over. So I'm going to pick this up. Just let it drizzle somewhere. And check the wood because it will separate. I don't know why it does. I don't think it sucks it up. I think that I think it's bubbles that pop. Oh, this is so pretty. And then after each live, I've been going in and showing you. See, that almost took every bit of my resin. So that was definitely an 8-ouncer. See, it separated right here on the moon. Right there and there. I don't know why it does it. So I always double check the wood. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. I'm going to put a piece over the sky because he kind of looks like he needs it. So this stopped dripping off, so I'm good over here. I just can't put any more on the ocean. Okay, I'm just checking with the light. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. You won't see the bubbles pop. What's that? Get off there. You won't see the bubbles pop, but you'll see this get shinier. I know that sounds really weird. So I usually just let this dry, and then I can just pull this out, and it just brings all the resin up. So let me give it a little bit of a look-see real quick. Make sure I didn't miss any of these flowers. Oh, see? Down in the crevice. Down in that crevice. Okay, this quit separating, that quit separating. Separated right there. I usually just double check it. But I think I'm good. I'm going to go around one more time just to say I did. I don't normally do the sides, but since I had some, I might as well. There we go. Oh my God, that's so cute. So cute, so cute. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to take these off, throw them away because these are done. I can usually get 3 or 4 out of them. Okay, my hands are still a little sticky. Alcohol. So I'm going to bring my phone way down. Let me see if this is clear to you guys. Wait. I'm going to see. Okay. So I want you to watch right in here. Okay. There's a whole bunch of teeny tiny bubbles in there. And what's going to happen is it's going to get super shiny. Okay. Even though it's shiny now, it's going to get super shiny. Now, there are no bubbles left in there. So I don't know whether you can see that or not, but there are no bubbles in there at all. So let me bring you back up just a little bit. And I'm just going to go around. Get my bubbles. Did I get my bubbles there? Bubbles, bubbles. Okay, there's one little stone in there, but he's kind of hiding behind that guy, so I'm not going to mess with him. Okay. Super shiny now. So what I'll do is I'll do a live right after this one, and I'll show you what it looks like with the light hitting it, because you guys can only see so much. It turned out super cute. I like it. Now I'm just wondering something. Because I sprayed that, I'm wondering if this is, oh, there's a bubble there. Let's see if I can, the bubbles are, they do what they want. You think that you can just go like this and pop it, and it just moves on you. So I'm going to pull him all the way off. There he popped. And there's one there too. I'm wondering if it's the alcohol, because I can see that again. So maybe you do need to do the 91%, which is what I bought, but I can see just this little I don't know. Maybe it's because my alcohol's old. That I don't know. It's weird how you can pick up the bubbles, but you can't pop them. So weird. Like I can go through and pick them up and take them off. Like here's one. I can lift him up, and now he's gone. It's really weird. But it's cool stuff. Very, very cool. Okay, so I'll do that little live, and that'll show you this. And by golly, I did it in an hour. So cool. Okay, I'll see you in just a couple minutes here. Thanks. Bye.